The following portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by SFG Medicare.
Open enrollment for Medicare is once again right around the corner, and with that in mind, on today's Get Medicare Educated, we're going to be talking about tips you need to know to help you have that smooth Medicare enrollment period for 2023. Joining us now with more, Andrew Price from Hometown Medicare Advisors. And Andrew, great to have you back on the show.
Glad to be back.
Well, this is kind of that time, right, as we start this process. What are some things that people need to know as we get closer?
Well, getting ready for the enrollment period, there's two big things. One is you don't have to do anything. So if you're happy with your plan, it will automatically renew and you don't actually have to do anything. So you don't need to be scared or nervous. Just, you can let it ride on. The other thing is it's very important to review your drug coverage. The way the insurance companies cover your prescriptions can change from year to year. So if you don't at least review it, you can have a big surprise in January when you go to the pharmacy.
So is some homework to be done. And then this is also that time of year, I think phone calls start continuing and picking up again as people are getting a lot of solicitations.
Yes, I've heard people are getting like 15 to 20 phone calls a day sometimes. It can be very overwhelming. The biggest thing you need to know is Medicare will never call you. Those are all insurance companies trying to sell you a plan. I think there's 6 different companies and 27 different plans within that. So any phone call that you get, they're just trying to switch your insurance to one of those plans.
So with all the plans that are out there, how do you know if you're on the right one?
Well, it depends. So there's not a best plan. It depends on your doctors and your drugs and your prescriptions and all that kind of stuff. And the best way to know if you're on the right plan is to sit down with a local advisor that can represent all those plans, which is what we do. And so we can actually make sure that out of all those different factors, you're getting the best fit.
And then one of the things we hear a lot is all these new benefits that are coming out with Medicare. Is there some truth in that?
So some of that smoke and mirrors. Medicare actually isn't offering any new benefits. What they are allowing is insurance companies to offer new benefits with the Advantage plans, the plans that you use instead of Medicare. And so some of those can be helpful, but you have to be really careful that you're not, stealing from Peter to pay Paul. You're not losing your doctor to have an extra benefit that you may not even really need.
So sometimes those plans may be a good idea.
They can be, and that's what we do is we sit down and we represent all the companies here in East Tennessee and Southwest Virginia, and so we can really evaluate that to make sure that you're getting the right fit.
And one of the things that's nice about what you do is that you can take a look at all of those plans and work in what's best for the client.
Yes, I usually do everything face-to-face. It's hard to understand everything doing things on the phone. And so we have a local office here in Johnson City. I'm not at Walmart right now, but here in the fall I will have my booth at Walmart again where people can come into Walmart. And then I do still go to people's homes. So all I have to do is I work on an appointment basis and we can set up a time and sit down and get all that figured out.
Which is nice because then you can get to know them and what may work for one person may not be the case for the next person.
That's right. A lot of times even spouses will be on different plans because they have different needs. And so that's why we do what we do.
All right. Well, Andrew Price, great to have you back on this show. I know it's going to be a busy period for you again here in the near future. We'll give everybody his information. If you would like to sit down with him and chat about what plan might be right for you, you can contact him at the number right there on your screen. You can also check out the website, getmedicaretn.com.